Wednesday morning, you know what that means around here. It's Picayune Wednesday, and joining us in our studio is the editor of the Picayune, Daniel Clifton.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Oh, no, I'm the one getting welcome back.
You're the one we're welcoming back.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's talk about this week's edition of the Picayune on your doorsteps this morning and all around the Highland Lakes area. And some big events coming up, including FiestaJAM this weekend.
Yeah, this is a big week. A lot of things going on. FiestaJAM is probably one of the highlights. John Arthur Martinez and the company are putting on a big show on Lake Marble Falls right down by Lakeside Park.
Yeah, yesterday we had some guests on that Alex Harvey came in and performed, and it was great. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a real fun event, and it's for a great cause.
Exactly.
It's supporting the music education at Harmony School of Creative Arts and the Marble Falls School District, basically. But the high school, I think, is one of the things that highlight. And what a great program to really get behind.
No kidding, especially since a lot of funding in most public schools especially has been cut with extracurricular activities like the music programs and things like that. And I think they're so important because it's not just about music, it's about self-esteem and confidence and public speaking. I mean, it helps in some math, everything.
Yeah, and the wonderful, and if you've been around our programs, the Marble Falls programs and Harmony, you see some incredible works there. I mean, you got hats off to Bryce Gage, what she's done at the choir over there at the high school, and what Barbara Ben has done with the creative kids and stuff that goes on with Harmony. It's just amazing the talent here and the way they kind of really help grow it.
In the water.
And FiestaJAM, of course, the big story in this week's edition of the Picayune. You can read all about it and find out where you can get your tickets for the event as well. Also, as you said, it's a busy week. A lot of stuff going on. Sculpture on Main Street in Marble Falls. And the Llano Heritage Days. Yeah,
this is a really fun thing to do, and they've changed it up a little bit. It's just a kind of a celebration of Llano Heritage and the history that goes into it. And it used to be, they bring in these old-time not old-time, I don't know if they're old people, but I think but reenactors who dress up in muleskins, furriers, trappers and stuff. And in past years, they bring them out and they go on to the courthouse square. Well, the Tex Toller, who's the Llano Main Street coordinator, decided we're going to put it where it belongs, down on the river. Awesome. And so they're going to have them kind of tucked back. Some of the guys will be actually camped out on the river, and these old outfits, and I don't know if they have their camps, and some of those camps will have like teepees. So you can walk the trail and you'll find them right out there, and there'll be a lot of things going on. So they're really kind of revamping it, and it ties in good because you can get it right. If you look across from the bridge where you're at, you'll see the the Chuck Wagon Cook-Off would be going on the same day.
Oh, sweet!
Now, is that coming up this weekend? The Llano
this weekend, Saturday. I think the Chuck Wagon Cook-Off starts Friday evening when they start rolling in, and then the Cook-Off is Saturday during the day. And I think if there's a public meal like at noon, you have to buy tickets to the public meal so they know kind of to gauge it, how much to cook and stuff.
How much biscuits and gravy they got to make.
No, don't make me hungry now. Don't start talking about them biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, there's my stomach. Hear that growling?
So
it's a busy weekend in Llano. And Johnny Ringo's going to break out of jail, folks.
Oh, boy.
Johnny Ringo's going to break out of jail.
Johnny Ringo's coming back to break out of jail.
Look out. Llano Heritage Days. We got the story in this week's edition of the Picayune. And for the past couple of weeks, Daniel has been talking about Halloween coming up right around the corner, and you've been doing features every week about haunted houses and haunted places in the area.
Spooky. And this week, Jared Fields has turned his attention to downtown Marble Falls, where the Whoa, that's pretty good. Yeah, Michael Myers isn't visiting. But there's a little, over in Oak Square, there's a place where when they were revamping it or remodeling it, they were trying to lay some concrete, and they kept pulling it. But every time they come back, there's footprints in it. And this went on 2 or 3 times before they finally, now the footprints are just there because I guess they just gave up. Yeah. And so he also, and there's some stories that go along with the footprints and things that move around the buildings.
And that area, the tree there in the old Oak Square, which used to be the old Foxworth Galbraith building, is the original hanging tree.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Well, the story, you need to read the story because there's some differences, opinions here about what that happened on that tree.
Really?
So the hanging tree's in the story and the footprints, and so we learned a little bit. Jared had to do a little work, and to find out some of the story behind the story.
Yeah, all right. So. Read all about it in this week's edition of the Picayune. Also, Moonlight Madness. Don't forget Moonlight Madness is coming up. That's kind of our Halloween. I mean, we always do that right before Halloween.
Yeah, we celebrate that on the 23rd, and it's a good, fun time for all.
All right, pick up your edition of the Picayune. If you're not getting it, if you don't find it on your doorstep this morning, Daniel, tell them them how to get it.
Well, you call our home. Sorry about that.
Not his home
Don't
phone.
call that number.
Don't call Daniel's home
Call
phone number.
830-693-7152, and the ladies up front will get you on the list and hook you up.
And remember, as always, the Picayune is
Free!
Daniel Clifton, editor of the Picayune. Thank you, buddy. See you next week.
All right.